is Megan Henson, and I am the Outreach Coordinator for the College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences. So welcome to our PWE student panel. So PWE stands for Peer and Wise Experience, and I will let our peer coordinator, Lisa Jackson, explain a little bit more about that and introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lisa Jackson. I am the Peer Program Coordinator, and this Summer Bridge program is a 3-week program. This year it's going to be actually virtual, so it's something different for us. But we are so excited that you've taken the time to look and see what we have to offer. And also, you'll also earn 3 college credits, so it'll be very exciting. So you come in with 3 college credits already, in addition to what you already earned in high school. So we're so excited that you've taken the time to listen to our mentors, some of them, well, they are mentors, and past PWE students. So thank you and congratulations.
All right, and I'll let Beth Ann and Sarita introduce themselves. They are also on our PeerWise staff.
Hi, I'm Sarita Acker, and I'm so excited about you attending Clemson. I'm hoping that all is going well, and we look forward to meeting you this summer. Again, we're excited about PWE, and we're excited about meeting you and hoping that you will join us in the near future here. So thank you and welcome to Clemson.
Excellent, and I am Beth Ann Johnson. I am the Women in Science and Engineering Coordinator, or WISE Associate Director, and we are so excited to have you not only join our PeerWise family, but the Clemson family this fall. So please join us. The PWE is a wonderful experience.
Awesome. So we have 4 of our mentors here that also participated in PWE when they were in the summer between their senior year of high school and their freshman year at Clemson. So students, if y'all will just go one at a time, if you'll just tell us your name and your major and where you're from.
I'm John McAdams, and I'm a senior mechanical engineer major from Anderson, South Carolina.
I'm Dejanay Jackson. I'm a junior bioengineering major from Darlington, South Carolina.
Hey guys, my name is McKenna Lee. I am a senior industrial engineering major, and I live in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Hey everyone, my name is Azrin Jameson. I'm a junior or a rising senior bioengineering major with bioelectrical concentration from Blue Ridge, South Carolina.
Awesome. So thank y'all so much for joining us, students. I know you have lots of wonderful things to say about PWE. So let's just start with what was your favorite part about PWE, and would you recommend students participating in this program?
I feel like that's a really good question. I think my favorite part about the PWE program was the bond that I was able to form with other students that came. I mean, I was pretty local coming from Anderson to Clemson, but some people come from pretty far away, and it can be pretty nerve-wracking when you come to a big college campus and you don't know anyone, you don't know how to navigate the campus, you don't know anything about college in general. So having that little friend group that you can form during PWE is really great because you get to meet people that are in similar majors or wanting to pursue similar majors that you are, and it's really beneficial, and I'm friends with most of those people to this day. So it really formed lasting relationships.
Yeah, similar to what John said, my favorite part was actually getting to meet people before I came to Clemson. I was an out-of-state student, so I went to high school in Alabama, and no one from my high school went to Clemson. So having that summer bridge program, I got to meet a lot of the people that I would either be living with or people that I would have classes with, so that when I got to campus in the fall, I already had a little friend group and a place to go. Whereas like a lot of people who are out of state, they didn't quite have that.
Hey, I was going to be. Go ahead, Ezra.
You can go ahead, Brad.
Okay, I just want to say I'm gonna I guess piggyback off of that. I think we all relate that the relationship is what is like a key thing for the PW experience. Like I've met Aspen and McKenna and John through the PW experience. So it definitely created that bond with your friends, and I still have those friends today. I also came from a high school where there was no one really going to Clemson, and I didn't know anybody. So by having that bond before school, it takes off that pressure before you even start school. It also taught me around Clemson campus because I did not know what was where. So that's a plus too. But it's the connect. I think the connection is the main or the most exciting part that I gained from my PW experience.
And piggybacking off of what everybody else has said, I think additionally, like what Dejanay was saying, having the opportunity to stay 3 weeks at Clemson and like truly see like what it's like being a college student for like abbreviated amount of period, walking the campus, figuring out the ins and out of everything, going to the dining hall. That was also like a good experience and kind of gave you a leg up coming into Clemson and took away from that anxiety. Because a lot of students, that may be their first time away from home. So it was a good experience in that.
I want to add one more thing too that I forgot to say that Azrin kind of touched on. It really introduced you into the field of a college class as well, especially coming from high school. As a high school student, you might have taken college classes in high school, but it's not the same as it is when you actually get to Clemson. So it was kind of an introduction into what was to come. And I feel like that was really beneficial too. It helped me out a lot to kind of set my mind straight to figure out what I need to do in order to be a successful college student as I was in high school.
So that kind of ties into the next question was, what do you think, how do you think this will benefit students who choose to be part of this program academically? So kind of like John was saying, it's not going to be the same as your high school classes. Even though you may have had AP classes in high school, it's going to be different here at Clemson. So how do you think the PWE helped just preparing you academically?
So I took Calc 1 in 11th grade. And so when I got to college, like it was just, I had forgotten it, honestly. So PWE just kind of helped me to review those concepts. So then when I retook Calc 1 freshman year, like I already had a leg up on my other classmates because I had like a huge review that I wouldn't have had since I took calculus so long ago. So I would definitely say just like the review of all the concepts, it kind of just helped to get me into school mode as well.
The peer program in general, peer and wise programs in general, I feel like help to just form better students. Like a lot of the main things that we discuss are things such as time management, how to study for finals, how to email professors, little things like that to help you be a successful college student that aren't necessarily common sense, but those little things really help that we learn there, and they really help to continue to be successful.
Yeah, I just want to say as well, I also took like college courses in high school and they transferred to Clemson, but they were not necessarily on the Clemson's rigor of things. So the PWE experience like gave you like a sneak peek of like what that rigor and how things are going to go and how fast things are going to travel in your regular class period. So that was a good thing that I say if you go to PWE, you get that peak or that sneak peek of what's actually going to happen and how to manage time and your work. So it's a different, help ease that transition.
Okay, so a couple more questions. For one, talk a little bit about Peer and Wise and your part in the Peer and Wise program. So PWE is sponsored by Peer and Wise, but Peer and Wise has a whole other like objective for for helping students and mentoring and that whole thing. So can you just talk a little bit about like your mentor experience and what your favorite part was about Peer and Wise?
So I'll say like the mentor experience, it truly like helps you, like especially being like a minority and like the imposter syndrome and stuff like that. Um, it gives you, for one, it gives you a family to be able to like connect to get through the tough times. It gives you resources such as the test bank, the mentoring, study hall. It gives you the resources like that, professional development, career opportunities, research opportunities. It gives you a lot of stuff like that. Um, as a mentor, I think like probably like the part that I enjoy the most is like seeing them come in as freshmen and then seeing how much they grow and mature in their walk as a college student. Is something that I like truly enjoy.
Uh, okay, I just feel like PWE, like Azrin said, Peer and Wise is like a family, and PWE gives you that experience or that intro into the family. It provides like a good backbone for good minority engineers. It's a place to go, like Azrin said, for test banks, for meeting new people, getting different opportunities. My biggest thing too, Peer and Wise has a lot of opportunities, and they're always willing to share it with you. And that's the key thing at Clemson, because you need to be in the loop. It provided me with a lot of experience. It even allowed me to travel across the world. So I definitely use Peer and Wise, the actual program, to kind of help me navigate through Clemson. So I do like that.
I guess I'll go ahead and chime in. I feel like you could really talk all day about all the services that Peer and Wise offers, because I mean they're really there's something going on every day of the week, just about whether it's a business coming in as a panel to come talk to students, or just a normal study session for a common exam coming up. There's just so many resources around Peer and Wise that if you just hang around, you kind of just fall into them sometimes, and that's one thing I really enjoy. Uh, with respect to mentoring, though, I tutor in the study hall as well, so that study hall is definitely something that I take advantage of, and I recommend that everybody takes advantage of, because nobody's too good to get help. So it's definitely a valuable resource. And but with respect to mentoring, kind of similarly to what Azrin was saying, I do enjoy watching the freshmen come in from high school and kind of not necessarily struggle, but you have to find your footing in college, and that doesn't always come easily for everyone. And it's always fun to kind of help them through that process to where they can become more comfortable and kind of help them find a home. And pretty sure everybody else here can say that the Peer Wise family it does really feel like a home away from home for all of us.
Okay, so one last question, and then I'll let y'all share anything else that you're thinking about. So as we go into this just different time that we're in, that PWE is not going to be on campus and it's going to be online, and these are kind of uncharted territory for all of us. And so just talk about how you think that is still going to be a benefit to students, even though you're not going to have the on-campus experience. Because I know all of you ended up online with your professors, and I know that was a lot different than what you were used to. And so, none of us really know what the future holds, but just kind of talk about how PWE is still going to be a benefit, even though it's going to look different this year.
I think I really like, even if PWE was, or if classes come back being online or being like in person, I think the benefit of PWE is still going to translate because you're going to be able to, in high school, you're most likely not taking online classes, especially at the rigor like John and the rest of them were saying that Clemson is. Being able to come to PWE virtually will allow you to take those online classes, get a feel for it, where you're not coming in and like John was saying, sometimes you come in and you have to catch your footing. But being able to come to like PWE during virtually will allow you to get adjusted to it, and then going into the fall, if it is virtual, you'll already be adjusted to taking classes online. You'll know how to the ins and outs of getting through it. So I think it'll be very beneficial, especially now with things being virtual. You have the opportunity to take advantage before anybody else does.
And also, along with academics, I think that you all can capitalize on your relationships that you make with each other. So even though like you won't be in person together, like you still have group me or group chats, or you can also like get on Zoom and just talk to each other, share your feelings, talk about any like homework assignments you might have. And then that way, hopefully when we do come back in the fall, you'll still have like a little group that you can go to if you ever need anything.
I was thinking pretty similarly to McKenna there. Like the PWE experience, the experience isn't solely academic. There are things that come that aren't necessarily about just learning scholastic information. Like you learn so much about just college life in general. It's really not going to change that it being online. So I still definitely recommend that people would still enroll in it.
Yeah, I guess that was gonna be my main thing too. Like we said, the first question, everyone's biggest thing was that connection and making friends. So like McKenna and John said, you could still see and make that connection, make your group chat, make your friend list, whatever the case may be. And that's like the key or one of the main takeaways from the PWE experience. Like Azrin said too, I love you're gonna get that experience, so you'll know how classes are gonna roll if they do continue online for the fall. So just to reiterate what they said, everything is pretty much the same.
Okay, awesome. So Lisa, you might be able to speak to a little bit about how, like what else the program's going to have just besides academics. I know there are going to be times for the students to be able to connect, even if it's not in person, right? Oh, I think it's muted.
Hi, that's correct. We're still going to be doing industry tours, but they'll be somewhat virtual. So they'll still get some of the experience, like some of them went to Duke Energy and those things. So that will be a plus because Duke Energy is still scheduled to do that. So they'll get that part. But most of all, the professors that are teaching this during this PWE, they're also professors that they're going to encounter probably in their first semester there at Clemson. So they get an upper hand to already have a relationship or rapport with that professor. Calculus is going to be taught by Mr. Alan Gass, who is in the math department, and he's an asset to you. So you always have him, even if you don't actually get him for the class, you actually have an asset because he's always willing to, you can email him and talk to him about that class, if you have any problems, along with Dr. Neptune, who's doing engineering. So they have him. And another perk, I always like to say that textbook you won't have to buy because you already have it, because it's the one that Clemson uses the whole time for all your math class. So that's another plus. But basically, I like to add that it's a relationship that you form with them. And I want to let them know the 4 students that you're talking to will probably be your mentor. One of them in some shape or form will be your mentor. And they're good tools to use because they know some of the tricks to the trade and how to help you navigate that process and that transition.
Perfect. So anything else that you guys want to add about PWE or message to the students that are coming in the fall?
I'll just say if you're having any second thoughts about doing the PWE program since it being online, don't just forget about those second thoughts. You should still do it. It's still a great program. You're still going to gain a lot from it. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to meet a lot of people. I mean, you're going to be a better college student if you do it. You'll be more successful. Like, it literally directly correlates. Statistics show that if you come through this program, you're going to remain in this college for longer than people that don't. So if you think about it, you should do it.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us today. And like Lisa said, I'm sure you will meet all of these wonderful mentors when you get to campus in the fall. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. This video will be in an email, so you can reply to this email. I've also put in the chat box a link to our website with PeerWise and our PeerWise experience, and the sign up link is also in there. So I think I just want to end with PeerWise. The goal of PeerWise is to be supportive, and I think that's what it's been for all these students and what it will be for you if you choose to get involved with them. So,
Megan, I would also like to add to tell the students that there are scholarships available to come, and the PWE program is sponsored by Duke Energy and LS Scamp, and so definitely, you know, they can apply. Don't let money or anything like that be a factor. We're looking to support and help them in any way, and we're excited about meeting them, and go Tigers.